A very warm welcome one more time to your new life now. We are happy that we have you back here with us and that you still can stand our wonderful German charming accent. And today is another really interesting subject, a subject which I know too well for myself as well. That's why I'm a little bit curious myself what development this little video will have today. One more time, we introduce ourselves, and Sabine, you maybe want to start.
Hello, I'm Sabine Markner, and I'm Harvest Learning Sabine. And yes, I had the idea to create this series called Your New Life, because I have a website called Your New Life in German, bei neuesleben.eu. And yes, I am doing workshops and soul readings to every topic that is a need. And I try to, that's the main thing I love to do. I try to support humanity and people to become completely independent of the outer world. So by reminding our skills we were born with, but we are not used to, for example, clairvoyance, clear knowing, clear audience, and so on. So yes, and this is one part because I have the great luck to live in the fifth dimension for about 4 or 5 weeks. And one part of it, especially referring to manifestation, is the topic of words hygiene. And that's the topic we will talk about today.
Yeah, thank you for your explanation, Sabine. I'm with Sabine together right now on Sifnos, a small island in Greece, and I enjoy it very much. Oh, my name is Cornelius von Lessen. I'm energetic healer. Energetic healer, and I love to do this. I really, because it's experienced some new way, also for my clients, also for me. And I see wonder can happen very easily, just because I think about this wonder. And our little series is a little bit about wonder. So I'm very happy to be here with two women, experienced women, and we see what we find out with the word hygiene, what is coming from us, so we can do something for our audience right now.
Yeah, thank you very much for the two of you. And my name is Mirja Gerz. I have a strong connection to Mother Earth and to powerful and touching places all over the world. And it doesn't matter if you join me personally or if you join me telepathically. And this is what also Sabine just said. There's so many gifts we have since we are born, but they are not open yet. And yeah, this series we are doing for 5D to become a happier, or to have a new life, as a happy life non-stop. Not only when you have a really nice moment, not only if you are with the best people together, but non-stop, 24/7. And this is also our intention we would like to bring to you and to the whole world. That's also a reason why we do it in English, to have the chance to reach a higher audience for this beautiful possibility that is for us from our hemisphere or from our culture, not so it's not so common. It's different. I've lived already all over the world, and in Asia it's very common to believe in all these things, but we are a little bit more lovers of technical stuff, which is super as well, no problem, but it can exist side by side. And if my two companions are agreeing, I would like to start today with the story that Mother Earth will give us to the subject. Yes,
You
okay.
agree. You can
I
start.
see. I see they are nodding. So I will just connect shortly with Mother Earth to see what she is sending us for a story for word hygiene. Oh, there's a little girl. She is sitting on the ground, on the concrete, as really uncomfortable, and her knee is bleeding because she fell down. And in reality, she just needs a pat on her shoulder, but she is so angry, and not angry, but it's hurting so much, her little knee, that she's crying out of anger, not so much out of the pain. Yes, there is a little blood, but it's not so bad. And then, you know, some nice person, it's in the middle of a walkway, so a person stops and says, can I do something for you or so? And this little girl is just, you know, if you see a comic, you see this bubbles with a skull and with a really bad words she is telling to this person who just stopped by to ask if everything is okay and if this person can help the little girl. But she is so angry about the pain. She is so angry in reality, to be alone. She's angry that that not somebody is there immediately from her social environment that is closer to her, that she's really alone here in this big crowd and then has such a big pain. And although people want to help her, she's with all her anger and the anger in her words, she is distancing the people. And she's crying even more because it hurts to distance from the other people who just want to give you a helping hand, which in reality she would like to have, it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot and it's self-created. And she kind of understands, but you know, if you're in this anger, she cannot change it. It's also a little bit of proud, it's a little bit of ego, call it whatever name you want. And so it's getting dark. She's still sitting on the ground. She's still holding her knee. And then it starts raining. And she's still clinging to, okay, this little event from today, that she fell down, that she has a knee that is hurting. But you know, yes, it was uncomfortable. And we cannot avoid any uncomfortable stuff in our life. But you could get up again. You can get up by yourself if you want, but also take the arm, take the hand that somebody else is giving to you. But she didn't want, and she's still sitting on the ground and still grumbling some really bad words, or, you know, I'm alone here. Why not my mother? Why not my friend walks by my side? Everybody is in pairs, but I'm always alone. And overlooking or not being open that there are people who want to help. So for hours and hours, just for, okay, little fall, she's sitting already for many hours there and sending a lot of bad words, grumpy words, disappointed words, angry words out. And it does not help her at all. It's getting worse and worse. Her mood is getting worse and worse. And now it's raining and she kind of thinks that her life is slipping through her fingers, but it was just a little fall and just, yes, a pain, but a little pain, nothing that cannot be repaired. And she's so exhausted because also it takes so much energy, you know, to be all the time angry and in the position of a victim. Now, why is it that happening to me? Why everybody has here pairs of two, but I am alone here? So it's also like a victim role. And you know, if you repeat it again and again and again, it's kind of you're confirming the situation again and again and again with each saying, with each sentence, with each word, you're pointing this fact at the moment out. So Now she's getting calm, not because she wants to, but she has a headache from all this bad thinking and all this grumble, all this anger. Now it's raining, so you can see again, it's a confirmation of her victim. Yes, she has a hurting knee. She's sitting on the ground. It starts to rain. And now the people don't stop anymore to give her a hand because it's raining. Now she gets calm because simply she doesn't have any energy left. And she feels a hand, a very warm hand on her back. And then she hears a whisper in her ear. And then the whisper says, do you want to sit on the ground? Is this comfortable for you? Or do you want to stand, walk, and maybe run into the arms of your friend who are, look, they're just coming towards you? And she says, Naya, to say the truth, I would like to stand up and run into the arms of my friends. Look, so it's just your decision. It's only one decision away. The next time you spend hours and hours and hours on the ground, can you please remember that you can just change your point of view and your intention and to focus on what you want. And she understands. It goes in all her cells. She's jumping up, still the knee is still a little bit hurting, and she is running and running. And she never felt this joy of life when she was just running in the open arms of her friends. How easy is that? In the minute she decided what she wants, it was there. And this I wish to all of us.
Wonderful. So nice story from Mirja. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mirja. And now I will also talk about my experience living in 5D, my experience for a better life, your new life as well. Now, how to create it, what is important to have access to this new life. And, you know, as well as you are going, working for having money to have all the things you need for rental or for eating or so on. It is the same in other topics. So it starts, I want to say, the energy follows the attention. The energy follows the attention, which is proven by science that everything is energy. So energy is also what you are talking about and what you are thinking about and how you talk about it and how you are thinking about things or what you are wishing for. So today I want to talk about words hygiene. It's a word that I created, words hygiene. What is it? It is to take care of our words we are thinking and we are speaking, because those words are energy as well, and they are creating our life. So it's up to us to be aware of which kind of words we are using to create our life as we want and not as we don't want. So the first thing is to think only positive, to think what we want and what we don't want. I give an example. There was a woman, it was a friend of mine, and she said, oh, I manifested, I don't want to have once more a man who is violent in future. So the next one she met was a violent man. So why? Because the word violent was given into universe, it is energy, and it's much more stronger than the word not. So I experienced that universe is not able to understand the word not. It's not existing there. So don't use something like not violent, not not old if you want to be together with someone who is young. So use the positive words without using not or unviolent. It's the same. Use the positive word. So I want a man who is tenderly taking care of me, for example, so that you avoid everywhere which you are wishing for the word violent. This is one example. So, but the second is, we are in routine, like we are in routine to go to work, to do our work there because we are used to, and we are used to do a lot of things because we are trained to do that by our education, by tradition and so on, by the outer world. And it is routine, we are not thinking what we are really doing. So it is work, but I can say, please do it because it creates your new world. To become more and more aware of what you are talking about. Some people are trained to do that by first thinking, is it okay, and then speaking. This is one technique, but when you are trained to become more and more aware, you don't have to do that. You will automatically use positive words. So it starts to take attention to what do I talk about and what kind of words I am using to speak and to think, because both is energy. The words I'm thinking. So if you, for example, tell somebody, oh, I forgive you, but in the mind is, no, I don't forgive you because I'm angry. So this is also energy, and the emotional energy beyond is much more stronger because the emotion is also manifesting very much, and mostly more than the spoken word. So you have to be clear, and also to become clear within what you're talking about with the emotions, close to the emotion. It should be the same, similar. So you have to become more and more aware of what you are doing and taking attention. Taking attention is every time also the best you can do if you are interacting with people. So you can be very kind and attentive to value the people around or you are interacting with, equal if it's friends or people you are meeting on the road and having a little talk with them. So try to become more and more aware. That's the most important key. And so it is very important to choose which kind of words I choose, and think about it, what you choose. This was the example with the violent woman. I don't want to talk about my example because of the eggs. It is in another movie I talked about eggs. I needed, so it was not clear enough. It was, I guess it was in the movie of Clarity, not clear enough what I talked about. But that's the first step, to think positive and put it into positive affirmations or sentences, or however we want to name it, to call it. So, and referring to what Mirja talked about, no, Mother Earth talked about through Mirja in her story, there are sometimes challenges that we become angry and we have a very uncomfortable feeling inside to other people, referring to other people. So I give you a tool, a very simple tool, and it's also for exercising, and it will change within as well. At first, it is not easy to do it, but I had in the past, a lot of years ago, I started to have two lists. One list was of my friends and family, and the other list was of people where I have written the names of people who I was angry with, who I had problems with, who haven't been so kind to me. So all these negative things that make us very uncomfortable with the feelings inside. And I sat down to transfer consciously energy, that means my thoughts, to send them love. I did it every day. I do until now every day. It will start to change your own being. You become more and more love, and it will be really a miracle. You will see how these people are changing in relation to you. What they will stop being angry or making you uncomfortable, where they will change their habits towards you. And so it's amazing how you can change how other people react to you, because we also have to know that they are a mirror for us, a reflection, but they cause the changing inside of us to become more and more the love that we are the love and we are the light, but we forgot. And if you practice this very easy exercise, it will really change your mind and your being, and it will change the life around, and it becomes much more happy and easy and comfortable. So, and you will be happy as well, because it's changing, and you say, oh, what kind of miracles are happening here? So, and it's an exercise for getting more compassion for other people and for yourself as well, because we are not perfect. So this is what I have to talk about, words hygiene. I call it hygiene. It's a good word. And I hope you got some tools, some simple tools of exercises, how you can start to practice words hygiene for a much more better life, for your new life now.
Yeah, wonderful. I think it's my turn right now.
Yes, it's your turn.
After long time from my ladies. Yeah, okay, very nice idea. I thought to give people which we don't like so much good energy. I think it's a very good idea. I never thought about this, but it's this bad people, or we think these are bad people. What you correctly explain are kind of mirror of ourselves. And to give this mirror who is a little bit darker, give him some shiny, some love, some good words. So when I thinking about this word hygiene, how the words come out of our mouth. First, I think is an emotion. First, we have an emotion. Then comes the idea, and then comes the word. The words in the right direction, so the nicely words, the good words come out. We maybe all agree that good words for the world is better than negative words. This is, I take this for basic from our discussion. So, but changing our emotions, changing about emotions about things, to see the world in a better light, not see the glass half empty, to see the glass half full. What I'm happy to have this emotion. I always see a chance in everything. There's always a chance in every situation. What happens, even in the first moment is something you tell, okay, it's not so good, it's a bad situation, I lost my job or something, whatever can happen. There's always a better side on the other side. And to see this changes also your emotions. And if your emotions change, your words are changing. In the end, your sentence came out better. So I want to do something for this a little bit. the habit or to have negative emotions about people, situations, to see everything with a little aggressivity, angry, to see angry on people or whatever to tell on this. I take out of our viewers right now in this moment, former moments, this life, former lives, life of our ancestors, between lives, I take fully out, put it in the, I cannot translate it as a light, in the light of the archangel to can transcend these things. Okay, and the ability to see in everything the positive point, the positive side. This ability I put in your system right now. Also, negative word hygiene is we learned is a habit from our past, from our ancestors, from our friends. We are surrounded is of our boss or whatever. This negative we learned in our system, and this has to be unlearned. No? Now we will unlearn. Now I put all this negative ideas. The world is bad. Someone is doing me a bad thing. Why happens this to me? I'm not guilty, and all these negative ideas I take out of our customers right now in this second. This life, former lives, between lives, other dimensions, I take fully out in the light of the archangel and put out and put in positive words, positive thinking, positive habits, positive suggestions. Okay, this was this part. I think we have better thinking, starts with better emotions, and then the good words come out. That was a little story about this. And the other point is a little point this idea we have to convince people. We don't have to convince people. In selling, we say you convince one people, you win the argument, but you lost the customer. You win because you have the better arguments, for example, but you're losing him. Why we have to convince always others? There's no reason for this. No reason. We can have our point of viewing the world, or the other can also have his point of viewing the world, and both are in the same moment okay. This is fully okay to convince friends that he are wrong and to have to change his mind because my idea of the world is the best idea of the world is something nonsense. So word hygiene also is not convincing people without counting the price, how much it costs to convince him. Okay, I hope you understand what I mean. Okay, so this habit convincing people cost what it should cost. It doesn't matter if I lose them all. This habit to win in every moment in convincing an argument, I take out of this from our customers, for our viewers right now in this life, former lives, between lives, other lives. Right now, I'm putting this habit in the light of the archangel and to be friendly with you, to be friendly with others, to be friendly with all our surrounders. So the next idea I had was words coming out of ideas. I told you from the feeling, but you are, for example, engineering, construction engineering. How you can construct something, you have to have first the idea. And then later comes the word from this. So it starts with the idea in our brain, what we want to have, what we want to do, what we want to reach. And positive, I can do it. I can build this 50-floor house or 100-floor house is no problem. I can construct this and I know how to do it, and I will find out what is necessary to do this. It starts with the idea, then I can do it. Yeah. Then I can do it. And we are in the spiritual world. I want to get the better intention, intuition. Then I have to. Then I can do it. I say, okay, better intuition. How I get this, and then if I have the goal, then the right words come, and then the right outcome comes. Also have the right imagination for your life, have the right thinking about your life, what you want to reach, then it comes what you reach. Always what is impossible, what is important, not impossible. What is important is the way is the goal. If we want to reach something, always the way is what makes it fun. If it's ready, is it finished? Yeah, okay. This is 1 second. You say, I'm wonderful in engineering, 100-floor building, but then it's finished. Then we have to have another idea what to do. Always the way is to enjoy. The way to do something. The way to be a better person is what we should enjoy. The way, always the way. Okay. I take out of our customers, I say, our viewers, video viewers, yes. The word audience, the word impossible. I want to take it out right now. In this dimension, former dimension, in this life, former life, between lives, karma, former lives, karma for our ancestors. I take it all out and fill up with possible chances, possibilities. I'm lucky to do this. I'm lucky to experience this. I'm lucky to make mistakes, to learn. I'm lucky a person to be on the way. Yes, this is a little things I want to tell about word hygiene. Many aspects, but I think it comes from the inner side of us, feeling, and then the right words come out. If our feeling is okay, we're never shouting about people. We are always in, and this is what we have to get in the right mood. That is what the way is. No? And then the imagination comes, and then the nice words come. Nasty words we should avoid, of course. No?
Yes. You know, I started with the sentence, the energy is following the attention. And this is the era where we have to take responsibility about our own life. And that's why most of the people are not happy, because they gave away the responsibility of their own life to others. This is the time to take responsibility of our own life, to say in the end, my new life now, because you are starting to create it and not let created by others. I give a little, I had to talk about it, I don't know why, but it has a sense. I'm living here in Greece, and you know, historically, the Turkish people and the Greek people had been enemies for a lot of years and centuries. So it's in their genes, and it is taught in the school that they have to fight against each other. So I went last year to a birthday of a 23 years old young man. I was invited, and he also had a friend, close friend of him beside, sitting at him beside. And I asked him, what do you want to do next time? And he said, I will go to the army. aha, I said, okay, you will go to the army. You know that you have, if it's necessary, you have to take the gun and to shoot people. He stopped thinking, and then he said, yes. I said, do you want it? And he said, no. So I asked, why are you doing it? And then the friend talked to me and he said, we have to fight the Turkish people because they are our enemies and they want to kill us. And I said, okay, how do you know that? And he said, we are taught in school. I said, okay, show me one Turkish man who wants to kill you. Do you know one person from Turkey who wants to kill you? Show me. And I stopped talking, nothing else. And I said, do you want to be shot? No. The other one, do you want to be shot? No. So think about other possibilities to create your life without going into the army. And this year when I came back, I asked, why are you not in Athens at the army? Sto strato. He said, no, I changed my mind.
Okay.
So I'm very happy because the main thing is a lot of, I also know a sheikh in Bosnia, who a very high position, who is very famous in spiritual world there as well. And he also told me, we have to fight the people also violently who want to be violent. And I repeat what I said, the energy follows the attention. It is proven by science. So if you start to react in violence, you will once more produce, the reaction will be violence as once more. So stopping this cyclist and start sending love, as I talked about in this exercise. And when we start transferring loving energy and being loving, then you can change the world. And you can change if you're only one person. This light will go around the world and other people as well will do that. That's the main thing I want to tell you now. With the energy is following the attention. And I really hope a lot of people will follow this intention.
Okay.
For a new life for you and for others as well. Now.
Good.
I thank you very much for your attention, listening to us, watching us, and I wish all the best for you and a wonderful new life for you now.
Thank you, Sabine. So the last word from my side. Thank you for listening. Thank you for viewing our little video about this. Thank you for letting these things go into your heart, to accept there is a new view or a changing view, so we can change the world. That is our intention. So we have no smaller intention than changing the whole world. That's the reason we make it in English. So we have big goals. Thank you. Nice. Have a nice time. I'll be happy if you the next time you go on to the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.
And now the last word to Mirja.
Yeah, thank you also from my side. Very inspiring talk, and I would like to add to the story of Sabine, that obviously Sabine is sitting in Sifnos and living there throughout the summer months. And in a few days, I will be in Turkey. So our next videos we will do while Sabine is in Greece, while I am in Turkey, and while Mr. Cornelius von Lessen is in Germany. Also from my side, thank you very much. Again, my name is Mirja, with the Mother Earth, inspiring, connecting, healing places. Thank you for watching, and please remember, it's your choice for your new life now. Difficult to pronounce it. Have a good time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.